एक्टिविटीज जिसमें आप लोग पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे, हम उसी से रिलेटेड और रिलेवेंट टॉपिक्स यहाँ पर उनके बारे में हम बात करते हैं, यानी आपकी फैकल्टी मेंबर्स आपसे बात करते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल आज का टॉपिक जो है वो बहुत रिलेवेंट है और जनरली बहुत सारे कॉम्पिटिशंस, फॉर एग्जांपल डिबेट कॉम्पिटिशंस, ऐसे कॉम्पिटिशंस में इस तरीके के टॉपिक्स आपसे पूछे जाते हैं और उसमें आपको डेफिनेटली पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहिए। तो एक तरीके से आपकी उसी की प्रिपरेशन हो रही है, आपको उन टॉपिक्स के लिए अलग से जाकर के अपना टाइम, वो आपका टाइम सेव हो जाएगा। तो इसी थॉट के साथ आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट डॉक्टर सुभाष शर्मा सर, अगर वो दो शब्द कहना चाहें।
थैंक यू सुरेंद्र जी, आपने इनफैक्ट बहुत ही ब्रीफली काफी अच्छी चीजें बता दी है कि हमारा जो मकसद है, हमारा जो इंटेंशन है वो बहुत क्लियर है। टोस्ट मास्टर हो, लेट अस टॉक लीगल हो, हम सभी एक्चुअली क्या है कि फ्यूचर के लिए प्रिपरेशन करना चाह रहे हैं और स्पेशली ये एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है, एक प्लेटफॉर्म है हम सभी के लिए, जहां पर अपना इनहिबिशन तो दूर करते ही है, साथ ही साथ हमें अपडेटेड जो नॉलेज है वो शेयर किया जाता है ट्रेनर्स के थ्रू। आज का अगर टॉपिक की भी बात करूं तो हम सोशल मीडिया से इतने जुड़े हुए हैं, but to be very frank, we are not aware of what we need to share, what we need not to share. हम सोशल मीडिया से जुड़े हुए सारे फैक्ट्स, सारे फिगर्स, जो एक रोड मैप है वो हम नहीं पढ़ते। जितने भी डिस्क्लेमर लगे हुए होते हैं, सोशल मीडिया को ज्वाइन करते हैं तो बहुत सारी चीजें लिखी हुई होती है, इतने सारे कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट है, इतने सारे रेगुलेशंस है, लेकिन हम उसको पढ़ ही नहीं पाते हैं, हम बहुत जल्दबाजी में रहते हैं। और इसी का एक रीजन है कि हम ये जितने भी जो रेलिवेंट टॉपिक्स है, जिनको लगता है कि ये बहुत इजी है, लेकिन अगर इसमें इन डेप्थ स्टडी करेंगे, नॉलेज लेंगे, तो विल कम टू नो कि हम कहाँ गलती करते हैं। हमें वाकई अवेयरनेस नहीं है सोशल मीडिया के बारे में कि कौन से मैसेजेस को कितने टाइम और कहाँ किस लेवल तक फॉरवर्ड भी करना चाहिए। In fact, I must congratulate Dr. Manoj Joshi for selecting a very nice topic that is very relevant. And in fact, since you people are pursuing law, and it is very relevant that one must get to know the reality of social media and what platform really we need to have with us so that we can get an idea कि हमें किस हद तक, किस लेवल तक और किस कंडीशन में हमें अपने आप को रखना चाहिए। टॉपिक्स दिए हम और जो एक्टिविटीज है आप लोगों के लिए करवाते हैं। आप लोग अपने फ्रेंड सर्कल के अंदर भी बात करिए। नंबर ऑफ एक्टिविटीज आपके पाइपलाइन के अंदर है, जिसकी शुरुआत हम मंडे से भी कर रहे हैं। और सुरेंद्र जी आपको स्पोर्ट्स के बारे में भी बहुत जल्दी मैसेजेस भेजेंगे, स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटीज, और बाकी आप लोग भी रेगुलर रहेंगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। और इन एक्टिविटीज से ना केवल अपडेट बल्कि एक इंटरेक्शन का मौका मिलता है फैकल्टी के साथ, अपने फ्रेंड सर्कल के साथ। तो आप प्लीज जुड़े रहिए। और मैं ज्यादा नहीं टाइम दूंगा, बल्कि जो हमारे जो आज ट्रेनर है, जो स्पीकर है, डॉक्टर मनोज जोशी इज वेरी मच हियर विद अस। सो आई विश एक्चुअली सुरेंद्र जी टू इनवाइट हिम एंड सो दैट ही कैन कंटिन्यू विद द टॉपिक। थैंक यू।
आई थिंक काफी स्टूडेंट्स हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं, एंड विद दिस आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट respected Dr. Manoj Joshi sir, who has very much a knowledge of legal field and has vast experience in all the current topics, and he is very curious person. As much as I know him, he's regularly reading and discussing about various relevant topics. So with this I would like to invite Dr. Manoj Joshi sir. Over to you sir.
Thank you, Surendra sir, for your very nice and kind words. And good morning, Professor Subhash Sharma Saab, Director PSL. Good morning, our Principal Madam Pushpa Mehdu. And good morning, everybody, all my friends. So today, in this session on the social media platform and need for regulation, I'm going to discuss various important provisions of the recently and newly notified Information Technology Rules 2021. So I would be presenting my PPT. So just a minute, I'll just share my screen to all of you. Friends, is the screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So dear friends, you can see the topic on your screen. It is social media platforms and need for regulation. And today I will be discussing the recently notified Information Technology Rules 2021. These are the rules which have been framed by the Government of India under Section 87 of the Information Technology Act 2000, which is the principle of substantive law. So you can see the first slide. The name of these rules are Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules 2021. And dear friends, these new IT rules and guidelines have been notified by the Government of India on 25th of February this year 2021, and these new rules have now been made effective with effect from 26th of May 2021. Now friends, let me tell you that there are 3 online platforms these new IT rules and guidelines are applicable to. What are these 3 online platforms? Let us see the next slide. The new IT rules and guidelines are applicable to the following 3 online platforms. Number 1, social media platforms, which are also popularly called or known as social media intermediaries. These guidelines are also applicable to OTT platforms or over-the-top platforms. Yes, the social media platforms and intermediaries, you can see the examples of social media platforms are Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Google, YouTube, etc., etc., and Instagram also. And OTT platforms, which includes Amazon Prime Video, Netflix, Disney, Hotstar, etc., etc. And these rules are also applicable to digital media news portals. Examples of digital media are The Wire, Indian Express, NDTV News, and News 18, etc., etc. Now friends, let us have a look at the background of these rules as to what is the background, what prompted the Government of India to come up with these new IT rules and regulations, the guidelines, what was the need on the part of the Government of India. So you can see in 2018, the Supreme Court of India, in one very famous case known as Prajwala's case. In Prajwala's case in 2018, Supreme Court had very categorically observed that the Government of India should frame necessary guidelines to remove child pornography, rape and gang rape imageries, videos from social media platforms. Thereafter,
दस लाख तो नहीं है, मिनिमम फीस है वहाँ तो 10
Please
लाख तक नहीं
mute
है,
your
14
mic.
Mr. Meet Soni.
16 लाख तक है।
Mr. Meet Soni, mute your mic.
आप सभी अपना माइक को म्यूट रखें प्लीज.
okay. Shall I continue? Okay. Yeah. Now, friends, just after 1 year, in 2019, the Supreme Court of India again directed the Government of India to come up with a timeline for notifying these new IT rules and guidelines. Thereafter, again, after 1 year in 2020, an ad hoc committee of the Rajya Sabha submitted its report on the issue of pornographic content on social media platforms and its adverse impact on the impressionable minds of children and society at large. Thereafter, this committee of Rajya Sabha recommended for enabling identification of the first originator of such content or information on social media platforms. OTT platforms, over-the-top platforms, were also brought under the ambit and control of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting in 2020. Apart from this, there were some serious growing concerns with regard to lack of transparency, accountability, and safety of users' right to privacy on these social media platforms. And a rampant misuse and abuse on social media platforms was being witnessed by the people of India, showing morphed images of women and child pornography and sexually explicit material content that also threatened the dignity of women and children. And over the years, friends, these social media platforms are being misused, they are being abused by criminals, anti-social and anti-national elements, even by terrorists from across the country. And they are posing a serious threat to the national security and also to the law enforcement agency in India. And friends, if you rightly recall as to what happened on 26th of January 2021 at Lal Killa in Delhi, you very well know that there was a farmers' protest which was being organized by a farmers group. And during this farmer protest, some Twitter accounts were used, rather I would say they were misused to spread fake information against the government of India. Just a minute. Yes. And you know the result, what happened. These Twitter accounts were misused, and by sharing wrong information, fake information against the government of India, ultimately this farm protest resulted in violence at Lal Killa in Delhi. You all know very well. Now friends, let us have a look at the new guidelines for social media intermediaries. So may I tell you that social media intermediaries or social media platforms have been classified into two broad categories under the new IT rules 2021. What are these two classifications? First is social media intermediaries, and the other one is significant social media intermediaries. So social media intermediaries with more than 50 lakhs of registered user base will be considered as a significant social media intermediaries. Now, let us see the user base as far as these social media giants are concerned and operating in India. You can see on your screen that WhatsApp in India has a registered user base of 53 crores persons. Facebook has a registered user base of 41 crores. Twitter has 1.75 crores, Instagram 21 crores, and YouTube has a registered user base of 44.8 crores. So looking to this statistics and data, we can easily say that all these social media platforms fall into the classification of significant social media intermediaries. So WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube all are significant social media intermediaries. Why? Because they have a user base of more than 50 lakhs registered user. Now let us come to the due diligence part, which has to be followed by social media intermediaries, including significant social media intermediaries. This is a due diligence. So first of all, let me make you understand as to what is this due diligence all about. Due diligence, you all are law students. Due diligence is basically a legal requirement under a specific law, and that has to be followed and complied with in spirit, letter and spirit by the persons who is expected to follow and comply with these rules or due diligence part. So having said that, social media intermediaries, including significant social media intermediaries, shall follow due diligence as required under the new rules of 2021. And in case they fail to follow or comply with the various important provisions of the new IT rules and guidelines 2021, they will lose safe harbor provision. They will lose immunity under section 79, which is still till date these social media platforms are enjoying from criminal prosecution or from criminal liability. So section 79 is what? Section 79 of the Information Technology Act 2000, the principal act, the substantive law. This section 79 gives a safe harbor provision. It gives security and safety to all these social media intermediaries, including significant social media intermediaries, from criminal prosecution in case any objectionable content is hosted by these social media platforms on their platforms. In that case, section 79 gives them immunity from criminal prosecution. They cannot be prosecuted in criminal courts. Why? Because of section 79. So is that clear? So this is also popularly known as safe harbor provision, which is contained under section 79 of the Information Technology Act 2000. Let us move on. Now, mandatory grievance redressal mechanism. This is another very important due diligence part. All these social media intermediaries shall appoint a grievance officer to deal with complaints. Name and contact details of such grievance officer shall be shared by these social media intermediaries by prominently publishing the same on their website or on their mobile-based application. A mechanism to deal with these complaints shall also be prominently mentioned alongside. Now, this grievance officer shall acknowledge the complaint within 24 hours of the receipt of the complaint. So within 24 hours of the receipt of a complaint, this grievance officer is now, under the new rules and regulation, under a legal obligation to first acknowledge the complaint within 24 hours from the date of receipt of the complaint, and thereafter this grievance officer shall have to resolve this complaint within a period of 15 days from the date of receipt. 15 दिनों में इसका निपटारा करना पड़ेगा. पहले 24 घंटों के अंदर तो उसको एक्नॉलेज करेगा, 15 दिनों में उसका वो डिस्पोजल कर देगा कंप्लेंट का, और ऐसा नहीं करता है तो दे विल हैव टू फेस द म्यूजिक अंडर द लॉ, अंडर द न्यू आईटी रूल्स. नाउ लेट अस मूव ऑन टू सेफगार्डिंग ऑनलाइन सेफ्टी and dignity of users. Social media intermediaries shall take down or remove or disable access within 24 hours of the receipt of complaints of the contents that expose the private areas of individuals, show or depict such individuals in full or partial nudity or in sexual act, or is in the nature of impersonation, including morphed images of such individuals, etc. Such a complaint can be filed by the individual or by any other person or on his or her behalf. The social media intermediary shall remove or disable access to the unlawful or objectionable content within 36 hours from the receipt of an order by a court of competent jurisdiction or order by the appropriate government or its agents. So there is a distinction, a very fine distinction between the earlier slide and this slide. Earlier slide says that if a complaint is received from a private person, then that has to be the content, the objectionable content has to be removed within 24 hours. And if the complaint or an order is received from some competent court of jurisdiction, in that case, it is the timeline of 36 hours. So let us see. Within 36 hours from the receipt of an order by a court of competent jurisdiction or order by the appropriate government or its agency, if the unlawful information is prohibited under any law which adversely affects sovereignty and integrity of India, security of the state, friendly relations with the foreign states, public order, decency or morality, or in relation to contempt of court or defamation, etc. Now friends, let us switch over to additional due diligence requirement for only significant social media intermediaries. These are additional due diligence under the new IT guidelines which have to be followed only by significant social media intermediaries. So what are these? Let us see. All the significant social media intermediaries shall appoint a chief compliance officer who will be responsible for ensuring compliance with the Act 2000 Act and the Rules 2021. These significant social media intermediaries shall also appoint a nodal contact person for 24/7 coordination with law enforcement agencies. They shall also appoint a resident grievance officer for dealing with complaints received. So all these officers, chief compliance officer, nodal contact officer and resident grievance officer, will be an employee of significant social media intermediary and they will be resident in India. This is most important provision. They will be resident in India. They will be based in India only, these officers. Now, all significant social media intermediaries shall publish a monthly compliance report mentioning the details of complaints received, action taken thereon, and details of contents which were removed proactively. All significant social media intermediaries who are providing services mainly or primarily in the nature of messaging, for example, Twitter, WhatsApp, etc., they shall enable, just a minute, identification of the first originator of the content. This is the most important provision in the entire scheme of these 2021 rules. all these significant social media intermediaries shall have to enable identification of the originator of the first content as to who is that person who first posted this objectionable content on this platform. And all these significant social media intermediaries now under a legal obligation to enable this system of identifying first originator of the content or information as required by a judicial order or judicial order passed by a court of competent jurisdiction, or as they are required by an order passed under section 69 of the substantive law, that is the IT Act 2000, by competent authority. Now, enabling this identification of the first originator of information will be required for these purposes. Namely, it will be required for prevention, detection, investigation, prosecution, and punishment of an offense related to sovereignty and integrity of India, security of state, friendly relations with foreign states or public order, or for incitement of an offense relating to the above, or in relation to rape, sexually explicit material, or child sexual abuse content, punishable with imprisonment for a term of not less than 5 years. Now friends, I am moving on to due diligence requirement for OTT platforms or over the top platforms. What are the due diligence that has to be complied with by these OTT platforms in India under these new guidelines 2021? So basically, there are 3 vital and most important due diligence which has to be followed by OTT platforms. Number 1 is the self-classification of content. Number 2, parental lock system. And number 3, display rating. Let us first see what is this self-classification of content. So all OTT platforms shall self-classify the content into 5 age-based categories, namely U stands for universal age, UA stands for universal age 7 plus, UA universal age 13 plus, and UA universal age 16 plus, and lastly A stands for adults. So these are the 5 age-based categories. These OTT platforms now are required under these new guidelines or rules to self-classify the content related to these 5 age-based categories. Now what is this parental lock system which has to be followed by all OTT platforms? All OTT platforms shall implement a parental locks for content classified as universal age 13 plus or higher. All OTT platforms shall implement reliable age verification mechanisms for content classified as A or adult. So this is the parental lock system, which is a very important system that has been put in place under the new guidelines. Whenever suppose a child wants to see a program on this OTT platform, then he can be allowed only on the verification of his age, otherwise he cannot be allowed to watch the program. So this is basically a safety provision as far as our children are concerned. Now display rating. All OTT platforms shall prominently display classification rating specific to each content and inform and advise the user or viewer about the nature of the content at the beginning of every program, enabling the user to make an informed decision before watching the program. So this is also a very important provision with regard to display rating. Now friends, I'm switching over to the another and the last portion of these new rules and guidelines, which are related to digital media portals or publishers, online portals. So what are the due diligence requirements? Let us see vis-a-vis digital media portals. Digital media shall follow norms of journalistic conduct of the Press Council of India. Digital media shall also follow the program code under the Cable Television Networks Regulation Act 1995. This due diligence by digital media ensures a level playing field between the offline, which is print media and television, and the online media, which is digital media. Now, grievance redressal mechanism for these digital media platforms. So digital media shall set up a 3-tier grievance mechanism with different levels of self-regulation. So here a very nice feature with regard to self-regulation by these digital portals have been put in place under these new guidelines. So first is self-regulation by the publishers. Second is self-regulation by the self-regulating bodies of these publishers, and the third one is the oversight mechanism. Let us see self-regulation by the publisher. So a digital publisher shall appoint a grievance redressal officer, and this grievance redressal officer shall be based in India only. Grievance redressal officer shall deal with the complaints received by him. The grievance shall be resolved within 15 days of the receipt of the complaint. Now, self-regulatory bodies. A digital publisher may set up one or more self-regulatory bodies, and this self-regulatory body shall be headed by a retired judge of the Supreme Court of India or High Court or independent eminent person. And this self-regulating body shall not have more than 6 members. This self-regulating body will have to register with the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and this body will also ensure compliance with the Code of Ethics by publisher and address grievances which have not been resolved by publisher within 15 days. Lastly, oversight mechanism. So Ministry of Information and Broadcasting shall formulate an oversight mechanism. It shall publish a charter for self-regulating bodies, including codes of practices, and it shall also establish an interdepartmental committee for hearing grievances. Now, friends, let us see what may be the possible implications as far as these new guidelines are concerned on the society or on these social media giants. Social media platforms will now be accountable under the law of the land. This is as simple as that. Users, especially women and children, right to privacy and dignity will now be protected under the law. The rules will now empower the users. By all these provisions, the rules will put a check on fake news, hate speeches, and anti-national online propaganda against the government of India, against the country. And the rules will also ensure and bring in transparency in the operation of all the online platforms. Now, friends, the PPT is almost complete, but let me share with you the current position as far as these new IT rules 2021 are concerned. Various writ petitions were filed by various interested groups, especially by some digital media portals, challenging the various provisions and challenging the constitutionality of these new rules and guidelines before various high courts across the country. One petition was also filed before the Bombay High Court, and Bombay High Court, while hearing this writ petition, and this writ petition was filed by one Leaflet, one digital media portal, its name is Leaflet, and while hearing this petition, the Bombay High Court on 14th of August, just 1 month back, on 14th of August, passed an interim order and stayed the operation of clause 9(1) and 9(3) of the new IT rules and guidelines 2021. On the ground, why it was stayed? It was stayed by the Bombay High Court on the ground that these clauses 9(1) and 9(3), clause 9 subclause 1 and clause 9 subclause 3 infringe upon the constitutional and fundamental right of freedom of speech and expression of the people. Thereafter, Madras High Court, since one petition was also filed challenging the constitutionality of these new IT rules before the Madras High Court, so Madras High Court also passed an identical order staying the operation of the same clauses, section 9(1) and 9(3). Let me tell you what is this section 9(1) and 9(2), and for this I would like to take you back through my slide number 23. This clause 9(1) and 9(3) are related to digital media portals and due diligence on the part of digital media portals. So this 3-tier of self-regulation which is provided under clause 9(1) as well as 9(3), due adherence and self-regulation mechanism, has now been stayed by the Bombay High Court as well as by the Madras High Court. Keeping in mind, the operation of clause 9(1) and 9(3) has now been put on hold. It has been stayed by the Bombay High Court as well as the Madras High Court. As far as other clauses or other provisions of the IT rules 2021 are concerned, they are still in currency, they are still in operation. Only this portion has been stayed by the Bombay as well as the Madras High Court. Now what happened? Since various writ petitions were filed challenging the constitutional validity of these new rules of 2021 across the country, the government of India decided to move a transfer petition before the Supreme Court of India, saying that since many writ petitions have been filed in various high courts across the country challenging the constitutional validity of these new rules, and therefore the government of India is now apprehensive that these various high courts may not pass a final and uniform judgment, because there are many more matters, many writ petitions which are pending before various high courts. Therefore, there is a need, and it was prayed in this transfer petition by the government of India before the Supreme Court, that all these writ petitions which are sub judice or which are pending before various high courts be transferred to the Supreme Court for hearing and for uniform judgment. So the Supreme Court of India on 6th of September, just few days back, admitted the government of India's transfer petition, and now the Supreme Court has expressed its approval and consent to hear all the writ petitions, and all the writ petitions have now been clubbed. So, dear friends, this was all about our today's session, and now I welcome your queries. If you have any queries, you are most welcome. You can raise your queries.
आप चैट बॉक्स में अपने क्वेश्चंस अगर कोई भी हो ब्रीफ में आप लिख
No,
सकते हैं।
they may interact if they want. They may
हाँ
interact
सर, अपन एक बार
orally.
चैट बॉक्स से वो क्वेश्चन लेकर के फिर अपन इंटरेक्शन करवा देंगे।
Okay, okay.
जो भी स्टूडेंट अगर इससे रिलेटेड कोई भी क्वेरी आपकी हो, sir, I don't think there is any question.
It's all right.
So, shall we conclude, sir? Or
Yes, yeah. I would like to conclude. I would
Sure,
like
sure.
to conclude by making a statement or by saying that the government of India, by framing these new and stricter rules and guidelines 2021, has given a very clear-cut message to all these foreign entities, the social media giants, all hail from almost from United States. The message of the government of India is loud and clear. And what is this message? The message is that you all social media giants are welcome in this country, in our land, in India. You are welcome to operate in India. You are welcome to earn money in India. But you will have to follow the law of the land. That's it. And this is the message which is loud and clear. Thank you very much. Thank you very much again.
thank you so much, sir. Today's session was very informative, and being a law student myself and my fellow colleagues and all the students also, we need to understand that in our conversations, in our discussions, there has to be a legal point, there has to be a legal support for our arguments, and all the students need to be aware of all those जो भी आपके आसपास उस टाइम सिचुएशंस हैं, जो भी आपके आसपास कोई जजमेंट्स आ रहे हैं, तो प्लीज उस पे आप अवेयर रहिए। और डेफिनेटली इसमें हम सभी फैकल्टी मेंबर्स आपके साथ हैं और आपको उन्हीं सब इंफॉर्मेशंस को आप तक प्रोवाइड करने की जिम्मेदारी भी हमारी है, बट अवेयर रहने की जिम्मेदारी आपकी है। सो विद दिस आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क डॉक्टर सुभाष शर्मा सर, अगर वो इसमें कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट करना चाहें। Shall we conclude today's session, sir? Director, sir? Okay, maybe there is some connectivity issue. So thank you so much, all the students. Thank you, our keynote speaker, Dr. Manoj Joshi, sir, for this very knowledgeable session. And thank you all the fellow faculty members for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you,
sir.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Surendra ji.
You may left the meeting.